YouTube, Brenda Turner from leansecrets.com. I'm an author, a life coach, and a health and fitness expert. And you have to excuse my crazy hair because it is humid and hot in Illinois, and this is the best that I could do. Anyway, we're talking about Protein Shake 101 today. A lot of women don't really know about if they should be using a protein supplement. What the heck is a protein supplement for? Do you even need a protein supplement? So I'm going to address that today. First issue, do you need a protein supplement? Do you need to be drinking protein shakes? No, I'm going to say no, you do not need protein shakes, but the reason that you might want to be drinking a protein shake is because you need 5 to 6 servings of protein per day, or up to 1 gram of protein per body pound. And it's going to be really hard to cook a meal every 2 to 3 hours and plan out your meals enough or ahead of time so that you get enough protein. So basically what the protein supplement does is you take something like protein powder, you put it into a cup, you shake it up, then you drink it, and you've got your protein for that particular meal. You keep your metabolism running efficiently because that's another thing that protein does. And also, if you're exercising, you're breaking down muscle fibers, and you need enough amino acids and protein to help your body build itself back up stronger and leaner. And also that lean muscle is going to help you burn body fat. So essentially, protein powders can definitely help lose weight, but you have to make sure that you have the right protein powder, and you have to make sure that you're not overdoing it and drinking too much of it. So first of all, the kind of protein powder that you pick is going to be really important. You're going to go into GNC and see a whole a whole store full of these protein powders. And I'm going to be honest with you, unfortunately, most or many, if not, I'd say 85% of protein powders are complete and total garbage. And they're filled with chemicals, they're filled with aluminum, they're filled with arsenic, they're filled with sugars, they're filled with creatine, which women don't really need creatine. I mean, that's a whole nother video, but you don't necessarily want creatine in your diet. So stuff like that, artificial flavors, Splenda. So one of the protein powders that I recommend for all my clients, and one of the only protein powders that I drink, is J-Rob brand egg white protein powder. I like the egg white because it is a slow absorbing protein. You can also get whey protein. Whey is fine too. It's a little bit more fast acting, so it's something that you would take right after a workout. But egg white protein from J-Rob, also any of the protein powders from Whole Foods is going to be totally fine. But just make sure that you check the label for any kind of funky ingredients. The ingredients on this, as you can see, well, you can't really see, but it's egg whites, xylitol, which is a natural sweetener, cocoa powder, xanthan gum, which is a thickening agent that is also natural, and then stevia. So that's it. So make sure that you look for that. Also, check on your protein powders for the calories. So your protein powder should not have more than 120 to 130 calories per 1 scoop or 30 grams. And also check for fat. There should not be any fat in your protein powders, at most maybe 2 grams of fat. Carbohydrate content, we don't really need a lot of carbohydrates in your protein supplements. The whole thing that we want to do is focus on protein. You don't need to get your carbohydrates from sugar, which is usually what they use in protein supplements. So make sure that there's no added sugar and that the carbohydrates are 5 grams or under. And most importantly, make sure that there's at least 19 to 25 or even 30 grams of protein per 1 scoop or 30 gram serving in your protein powders. Now, what you can do with your protein powder is you can put it just in water, shake it up, you're good to go. What I like to do is add a little bit more of a boost. This is Chia Seeds. These are not the kind of chia seeds that they use on, chia pets. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. I don't really know. I've never owned a chia pet before. But chia seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. They actually have a lot of fiber in them. And you can't really even taste these. So they're like little seeds that literally, I'm going to try to see if you can see that. See, they're like little seeds. So you throw those in there, and they're actually a little bit like chewy tapioca balls, I guess. And that's another thing I like to add. Truvia is much better than stevia, or I'm sorry, than Splenda or aspartame equal sweet and low. So Truvia is a natural sweetener. You can also use stevia liquid or stevia powder. And if you really want to amp up your protein powders, try a spirulina powder. A spirulina powder is a power food. This is a superfood, I should say. And make sure that you don't use this in your protein supplements without brushing your teeth afterwards or rinsing your mouth out, because you'll get green in between your teeth and you'll look pretty crazy because this stuff is super duper green. I shouldn't really be doing this. It'll contaminate it, but it's like a green powder. And you put that in your shake, and this is very, very, very high ORAC value. So very good for adding into your protein supplements. This also helps alkalize the body. It helps your liver detoxify. It helps your skin look a lot better. It just basically helps for overall health. This is maybe the most powerful superfood on the planet, spirulina powder. And you can get this at Whole Foods. You can get this online. So just make sure that your spirulina has a GMP, or any supplement that you get has a good manufacturing practice stamp of approval on it, so that way you know that the company is reputable and that the supplements that they give have been verified to have the nutrients and the vitamins that they claim. So look for the GMP certified stamp of approval on your supplements. And lastly, you can add extracts like ginkgo biloba or ginseng or cat's claw or whatever you want. So I like to add a little bit of ginkgo and also some frozen fruit, some frozen raspberries. So that is why you may want to take a protein supplement, and some ways that you can make your protein supplements. If you have any questions about making protein shakes or anything else health and fitness related, please feel free to ask me. Also, you can check out my book at leansecrets.com. It's a book that I wrote about how to lose weight, get lean, and stay healthy for the rest of your life. And lastly, if you want to see more videos like this, click the subscribe button, comment, rate the video, and I will talk to you later. Thanks so much for watching.